Hello, this is Full Bucket Music's new synthesizer. Now they come with this 6-track, which is a remake of the Sequential Circuit 6-track from the 80s. This 6-track in the original had just one knob. It didn't have all these, and you had to dial in the parameters here and you change them with a knob. One of the first, I think, to use that system that we all learned to hate. And the 6-track was very famous for being hard to program. But Full Bucket Music has made one of their best synths, I think. They have made every parameter visible and give it its own knob or button. Let's make it initialize the sound in it like that. You get this percussive organ sound. And how this works is that you have 6 voices. If I play now, that's one voice, it uses voice number 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. It's a rather perky synthesizer. This it takes some getting used to, and I really recommend reading the manual on this one. But let's see what we can do here. I have a button here, a checkbox. You can choose if you want to link the programs. All of this is a program. You can go through many of them. No, program number 1 here is another one. So you can have 6 different programs here, one for every key you press. But now I don't want to have different programs from everyone, so I link the programs again and I go back to, let's choose not percussion organ but brass. And you can make settings here, but I have found that to get to that you have to reload configuration here in the menu. Now it's a 6-track. That's a standard operation. So you can have, when you use all of them, and you can pan them. For very wide sound, and you can slightly detune them so that every voice will not exactly play the same. You hear? You have to be, I think some of these are too much, I dial them down a bit. Because what you want is that warmth, analog warmth. You don't want it to sound out of tune. If I make changes now, I make changes to all these programs because I have the link programs checkbox checked. You have the filters here. the filter envelope. Here you have the amplitude envelope and you have velocity. But you don't have any velocity on the filter, so let's not use that. And here you have also an envelope in each oscillator, where you can do things like this. It's a pitch envelope. You can invert it. And you have the standard waveforms here. You can change the let's say LFO change the frequency. And it could be very interesting if you unlink these programs and you change let's see, you change the speed of the oscillator, so, and some of them will be slower and some will be faster. Let's see what we can make out with that. So, really fast there, and a really slow one, or something in between there. Here they have different speed, and it's most effective of course when you use all voices and play chords. But is it beautiful? No. Alright, if we link the programs again, and I can go back to number 1, say, and I can set the frequency there. And then you have, of course, the same speed on all them again. We can use the pulse width. Let's just modulate the pulse width. Right. But there are more things that you can do if you change the program here. If you have 6-track here, you can, if you detune it, you detune every voice. But if you change this to double poly, it behaves more like ordinary oscillators that you can tune against each other. Because now you only have the first 2 voices, but those 2 voices are not monophonic anymore, they are polyphonic. Alright, I have to check the levels there. We reset all these, and we reset the pan. And detune just the second voice, or oscillator in this case. And let's transpose them up. Now we modulate both the pulse width and the filter with this setting. We change amount here, and it comes in without us touching the mod wheel. And if I raise the mod wheel, it will give you more heavy vibrato. And you can, instead of using a triangle, you can use a square. Take a bit edge off. Unfortunately, there is no way to sync this LFO to the tempo of your host. You have a sync here, but that is for the arpeggio and stuff. This, you have sequencer. You can record a sequence. Let's see if we can make it. No, I don't want to reset. If I reset, I lose every change I have done here. So that's a little tricky. You have to, if you have done that and lost your work a couple of times, you learn to not reset. If you're gonna reset it, do it when you start programming. It's much more effective to use the built-in arpeggiator here in Logic. You get much more control. So these are kind of a homage to the original design, but I don't find them very useful. Oh, I forgot to turn off the arpeggiator. So where are we now? Let's make a little slower attack. A slower attack there. All right, and you have if I have parameters here now, let's this oscillator. No, let's choose something else. The envelope amount goes to 16. But if I instead for parameters 6 track I choose extended, it goes to 255. So you get more resolution on the parameters. So this 6 track here is more for legacy settings. I haven't had a 6 track myself, so I can't compare this sound to the original, but I don't think it's that precise simulation. But what's important is that this sounds good. And it's fun to program. I think this is one of Full Bucket Music's best, and it's free, so it's a no-brainer. You just go and download it, and you can. It has a very nice, warm analog sound. I think this is Full Bucket Music's best free synths, and all the synths are free, but this is the best one. I think it's this one and FB 3300. And you have to initialize the patches yourself, because you don't get a standard generic. You just get the first progressive organ when you initialize the patch, And you can start with any one of these and change them. Alright, that is a 6-track from Full Bucket Music. Let's save this one. I haven't saved it. I want to save it. Save as. These are almost 6-track sounds. What should we call this? Brass fanfare. Right. Okay. If you have watched this far, I'm very thankful, and if you want to see more of my content, you just do the subscription thing. You have done it before on several channels. I don't know when I will be back with another synths programming, but I have kind of given up on the plans of becoming a YouTuber. It's too much work. I'm not that interested at all. I'm interested in the synths and in music, so I make videos when I have something to say. And next time I have something to say, I will be back. And until then, make wonderful synth sounds and terrific music. I'll see you later. Bye for now.